Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Perfect People Podcast. This is OG.
This is Ariel, a.k.a. Auri.
This is your boy, Quan.
This is Dee Dee.
And last but certainly not least, y'all, this is your girl, Fraronda. How y'all doing?
Can I talk about why they just went wrong? Because we not used to somebody being here.
Y'all, let's officially give the official welcome back to our brother in arms, Reginald.
Can we get some yeah?
You got some clapping?
Yeah, okay.
He has decided to come back.
The carry-on crowd.
Right. He has decided to come back from wherever it is that he was.
Listen.
Flipping that poncho.
He got lost in the flip.
Yes, honey. Singing on them folks' stage.
This is not, okay, you know, I have to carry on a little bit, but this is not what we're going to do today.
But it is, though. It is.
Back.
We decided to be on your priority list this week, so we appreciate that.
We do. And
Y'all missed me. The viewers missed me. Oh, the listeners. But y'all going to be able to view soon anyway. But
I wish y'all could view what we view.
First off, y'all don't even want to see. Lord, if y'all can see behind the scenes, in order for us to even get to this point, that would be what it is.
I just want to talk about the hair. Right. I want to talk about the hairdressing. That's what y'all need to see.
Okay. It's called a what?
You stand corrected.
We need to dress your head, but
He said we ain't gonna dress your head, Linda.
First off,
I heard
what
what
I
you said, Dee Dee.
earlier somebody had said that your hair look like a mop, Linda.
A mop?
I don't know who said. I'm just saying somebody.
I hope
said.
there ain't a beautician at the table.
I was gonna say it must be Ariel because she the one who's talking about. I don't know who
guilty
said.
I don't know who said that. Who would say something like that about their friend?
okay.
Right.
Our dear friend.
Girl, you called me, what his name? Snoop Dogg or something? What you call me?
No.
OG.
Old
Dog.
He is a nice looking man.
Why would you whoop?
But
that made it a lot better.
I'm talking about your hairstyle, but it's very fashionable.
Well, she said your hairstyle looks like a mop.
Girl,
No, that's not
That's
fashionable.
very fashionable.
it's very fashionable.
I mean, that's the style these days.
And you got the
Anyway,
hair
Is it a wet mop or a dry
I
mop?
thought
Girl,
we
that thing dry.
It's a dry mop.
It's stiff.
My God.
Stiff where? Stiff there.
Stiff wear.
Ariel, I'm a stiff there.
I am so weak. This is what we're doing. This is how we start off today. Okay.
I'm saying, y'all, we really.
It's
Okay,
the
for
shade for me.
It's the shade for me.
the shade.
All right.
It's the shade for me.
We gonna be serious.
Okay.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Nah.
Probably not. But
Wait,
still.
but what? 1, 2, 3, and what we were supposed to do? After
Go
this?
serious. Go serious
That didn't
mode.
work.
Oh,
Guys,
yes.
we are so glad that you guys
Somebody
decided
just
to listen
taking
to
over.
us.
I gotta say, sir.
Quan, get back and think you can take
I don't even
over.
want to do this no more. I'm about to go.
why? Wait, what you doing?
You are not the A mic, sir.
Right.
Oh.
You the Z
You
mic.
might not. I'm about to say you might not be B, C, D, E, or F.
It ain't up for 5 of us.
I mean, you gotta
the Z
earn
mic.
your stripes around here. We've been putting in work. You've been
Putting in
MIA.
work.
Oh,
All right. Well, back to the countdown. 1,
Not
2,
that kind of work.
3.
Okay.
Back to the serious.
But no, on the real, we are glad to have our fellow co-host Reginald
Ooh.
with us. Y'all know him as Quan, as he
Yes.
likes to introduce himself. And we're happy to be back. So how is everybody doing? What's going on? What's new? What is happening?
I'm
What's
good.
new, Quan?
Nothing's new.
I'm about to say, Quan, you've been gone long enough. You better have a lot of new things.
a lot of new
got it.
things. You sung in front of a crowd with your poncho.
I
And
did.
flipped it.
You did
poncho.
real good. You got a lot of views.
I
You
did.
you know what, Quan?
Did you go viral?
I'm a
Almost.
little over 100. I mean, not 100. 1K
Is
now.
you
on
lying?
views.
1K.
No, he's not lying.
What he was saying? He was saying something.
Yes.
You didn't see it.
You the one.
Some kind of friend you are.
Wait a minute.
I saw it,
Because I saw
Quan. Me
two things. I saw
He
on the
reposted
stage,
it again. It was two
The
times.
thing on when he was on stage and he had that thing tied around. That
No.
one.
No.
With the boots on.
No.
You talking about?
okay.
This is the poncho one that Ariel is always
Karaoke.
referring
I'm talking
to.
about the karaoke.
My first open mic.
Yes. You sung that song real good though. People try to be like you.
I
What
will
song
say,
was
But you sung that
know
song.
what? We're not doing that.
What song?
Sung that song real
Oh,
good.
I feel like a little shade was just
Hold on,
thrown.
wait, yeah, what? I'm
Can
trying
I get a taste?
y'all-
Can we get a taste?
I did So High by John Legend, but anywho,
Do
I
the
actually,
taste.
I actually got me 3 weddings booked off of that.
I know that's right.
Okay.
Then
Busy.
Hey,
But listen, give 'em a taste.
Make
Give 'em a
sure
taste.
you let them know that you got to record podcasts.
Right.
Get with us on those
Get the
things.
Right. Make sure you
dates.
coordinate.
And that Shay, we're gonna write that down. So
Yeah, because we're gonna have to come back to that for real, Dee Dee, because I want to know too.
Yeah, let
can't
me
come
write
back
that down.
to that Shay.
Yeah.
That's
Not on
off.
air.
That's off
I
air.
see. We
off
talking.
air.
Yeah, what we're talking about off air.
But we want to taste. Go ahead.
So high.
You know
No,
you
for
want to
real.
sing. I hate when you beg people. Just
Oh my
Or
gosh.
you could just do a taste of something. Whatever you want to do a taste of.
Baby, since the day you came into my life, you made me realize that we were born to fly.
That's my favorite part.
You showed me everything, new possibilities. You really proved to me what love could really mean. Let's go to a place only lovers go, to a spot that we never know.
Okay, we said taste.
All right, there you go.
where we saw
Oh my goodness.
That was
Sound bad.
Mess up the house.
Oh my god.
I was trying to make you sound better.
so. Yeah, book me for weddings
Yes, that was very.
Or you
good.
can sign them.
or sign me. Sign me.
Because, you know, we trying to blow up.
Okay.
Blow up, blow up.
So what's on our agenda today, guys?
Oh,
Quan, you know what? I don't like this takeover spirit that you come back.
He said he being the man of the group.
Oh, so that what he decided to do?
Yeah.
Today.
True.
today and today.
True. Okay. Well, agendas. Go ahead.
What is on our agenda today?
Right. Since
This
you
one.
taking over.
I don't know.
Now I was to slap you.
Right.
All right. So will we all classify ourselves as good people?
Yeah. I think
Great.
I'm a good person.
Perfect.
Oh.
Even.
Okay,
Oh,
so
okay.
Quan says yes. Linda says
She perfect.
she great and perfect.
Okay.
I
I'm
would
a good person.
Yeah, I would consider myself a good person as well. Ariel
too.
said yes, and Dee Dee said yes. Do we do bad things?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Daily.
Yeah.
So how
Sometimes
does it-
multiple times,
Okay.
depending on the day.
I know sometimes mine by it. Early.
So what's one thing that you've done that's not too bad, but it's kind of badish?
How about we just go for today? Because that might be a little.
Today, I don't think I did anything.
Yeah, I ain't
today.
did nothing bad today.
Oh, Linda, you did something today.
You did a lot today.
Do you want me to
What I
name
did?
what you did today?
What? No, I did not do that.
Yes, you did.
Well, what did
They
she do?
accused me of doing something.
What are they accusing you of doing?
So I don't know, Anna.
Yeah, let's talk about Anna here.
Anna's friend. So we all finally got to meet Anna, and we got to meet Anna's friend as well. And so we were in the same. Quan and I were with Anna and her friend, and she was taking a nap. They were doing something. The friend was doing something else, and she came from taking her nap and started harassing this man. And when I say harassing, like just go ahead and paint your own picture, and
She
you probably
wanted
be
the-
accurate.
She wanted the what?
The D.
Oh,
And
so
he was
she
telling her no.
But Anna
For the-
was trying to force this man.
So Anna was asking for, you know, the D, and the man was said no.
Said
Yeah.
no emphatically.
He said no.
Oh,
no, not
that's
right
a different
now.
man.
He was talking about.
So Anna did something real bad.
right for her, for him not to want to give it up.
Guess what it was, y'all?
What did Anna do?
Yo, Anna, what did Anna? What it
Anna
was?
said that he was upset because she was talked about on the show and telling what they do, and he didn't like that.
Oh, so
So
you got
Anna-
Anna in trouble.
I got Anna in trouble.
So now
couldn't
Anna
get
cut
the
off.
Child, Anna gonna be in trouble again if he listen to this one.
Right.
I'm gonna have to talk to Anna and tell Anna she needs to stop telling your business.
Right.
Right. First of all, Anna needed to stop letting him listen.
Okay. Well,
Maybe he
I-
want to
she
support
said
his
she-
woman
She said,
friend.
no, he has not subscribed.
Do he got to? Do he got?
Well,
to,
tell Anna
do he
to
have
take
the
his phone and
device? Do he
subscribe.
has the device? The type of device to subscribe?
Yeah.
subscribe. Or he got a flip phone.
No, he don't have no flip phone. It's a bar phone.
A bar.
A bar.
What is that?
Like, he can make drinks on it or something.
No, it's
Android.
the little Android phone.
It's touchscreen.
Okay, so we going down a rabbit hole. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, but
bad thing for Anna / Nanda. We'll let Anna be the representation for Nanda. Anybody else?
Anna, it's all the way.
What have I done today?
Today I ain't did nothing today. No.
I'm trying to think.
Bad?
I cussed out my coworkers.
I could. I think I could.
Co-workers, or more than one?
Yeah, all of them in the bed.
Oh,
They lazy. It's hell.
So what did you say? Y'all lazy?
like what extreme of the curse words that you go to? Like
MF.
Oh,
You went all the way.
I said MF, the B word.
Oh, y'all use all the words.
And I'm sure she used them all in the same sentence.
Well, they must have been real lazy.
Y'all
Was they
some
not taking their
lazy
food?
MFBs. I can't stand y'all stupid A's.
Dang.
Y'all don't ever do S.
Oh yeah, you hit all of them.
Yeah.
wow.
You had to all the leaves.
And y'all can go to. You should have added that part. And you really.
No, I
would
told them
have.
they can kiss my.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Dang.
Well,
DT, that wasn't a mild bad.
That was a real bad. Did you before you did all of that? Well, no, you can do it after. Can you ask them to subscribe?
just take their phones and do it for 'em.
Right.
Okay. Well, we got
that
Dee Dee's.
means me and you left Ferronda.
Yeah, and Quan too. Quan,
Oh
did
yeah,
you give
no.
a
Quan
bad?
said he cussed, but he ain't going into detail. Just
Oh.
one bad word.
What you was talking about?
I don't remember what I was talking
You was
about.
mad? You just in
Probably
regular
was to me.
conversation.
It was probably Leon.
Yeah.
You know, she
Well, that's
she will pull it out
She
sometimes.
does. Okay.
I really this about to sound so bougie and
Oh, okay.
y'all gonna
Perfect.
say conservative and perfect, but I mean I really didn't have a chance to really do anything bad today because I was just with myself.
Okay.
By myself.
I did the most bad by myself.
No, I mean, but you don't do bad by yourself when you're legit by yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, what y'all be doing bad?
right.
Got no
When you-
witnesses then.
When you alone,
What kind of bad? I'm
right?
confused.
I mean, because even if I'm doing something bad by myself, like somebody is still a part of it.
Okay.
I'm trying
So
to
you
get
just
an
be laying there
example.
thinking and be bad thoughts.
Right. That's what I'm trying to figure. Like, what's an example?
Well, I have to see
We'll
Dee Dee
talk-
and Lando on the same
Talk about that
page.
later.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay, so we're not thinking deep enough.
Yeah, we not.
Well, Ariel,
Oh, okay.
Find out what finish was.
Oh,
Child,
she said-
Quan don't care nothing about nobody finishing
I
it
thought she
down.
was done.
I was
You are
just
not.
going to say I might have, talked about some people today.
Oh, that's every day for me.
Oh yeah, I talked about
That probably about this.
I can't stand people be like when they be posting those things on Facebook, acting like they such good people and don't never be gossiping. Knowing good and well they be. I don't never reshare, repost, whatever. Like that Sally ain't your friend if she don't talk. If she talk about you to Susie, everybody talk about everybody. Like come on.
That's what they be doing.
Yeah, everybody talk about. I can't stand seeing that.
And
Like
then they
you
post
know,
it on.
if you say something about some Susie wig, then you talking about Susie.
Right.
So don't be acting like you just don't say nothing about nobody. Because I do talk about people. I mean, we shouldn't, but I mean, we do it. It's normal, right?
Okay.
They talk about me. You know what my cousin used to
Dad
say?
mob.
They talk about Jesus, so who am I?
I mean, really and truly.
I mean, that's just what we do.
But what is yours, Ariel?
Okay, let's see. I was at work since 6 o'clock this morning. What did I do? I don't know. I didn't do nothing today. Now, if you was to make it broader, maybe I could think of a couple of things.
I was trying to make it not broad because I didn't want us to go to extreme things. Because, a lot of times whenever you're thinking broadly, you can only remember the big things. You don't remember your day-to-day.
Right.
Just, I, stumped my toe or something.
No.
Okay, well, I wasn't the one to ask that question. That was Landa.
I said that.
And then when you
I
asked,
think
That
it
was a mic.
But
It was me.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it was Z Mike over here.
Dog, you all the way to
Yeah,
Z.
it was no, not me.
yeah, I think it was you, and I just
That's what I
narrowed
was
it.
talking about.
Me?
Yes, yeah.
Oh God.
Oh, I don't get. Oh,
But y'all, I got me a good show that I'm watching, and it's called The Rookie, right? And it's a really nice show. I really love the show, and the officer, that's what you call it? Yeah, Officer Bishop. That's her name. She is so pretty. I don't know her real name, but she's really pretty. And she said, I don't know this is a, what you call it? When you don't say it verbatim, what is it?
I'm paraphrasing.
That, she said, are people really good people or are they only good people when it's easy? If push comes to shove, what will they choose? So we said we were good people earlier. Everybody said it was a good person. So if push come to shove, what will you choose?
You want to think that you would do the right thing or the
no,
good
I
thing.
don't want to think that.
Really?
I'm gonna give you an example, y'all. And then, when I say it's about to be kind of personal, really, I don't mind saying it. But so I consider myself a good person. But one time we hit a little rough patch, and we just had a baby, right? And it was really, really, really hard. Like, when I say really hard, it was so hard. And we had got robbed, and it was like they took it, like, took a lot of stuff. So we had moved, back in with someone else, and it was like tough because we could barely handle the bills. Like I said, I just had a baby, no income was coming in, and my baby needed some milk. And my pride was definitely, too great for me to ask for help. So I literally was about to go to Walmart, had my big old purse, my big old baby bag, and was about to go put me some milk in that bag. And I had it all made up. I done made up a plan in my head. I ain't never stole nothing before. But I had it all planned in my head. And I was getting ready to walk out the door. And the person we were staying with came in the house with 4 cans of milk. And said, I saw the baby was getting low. And I went to go get the baby some milk.
And whenever you were about to give your example, I was about to say, I think it depends on what's at stake.
Yeah.
How far does our goodness, quote unquote, go? And I think it really does depend on what's at stake.
Because even in that moment, in that instance, I don't think I would still not consider you a good person.
I still think I'm a good person, but when push came to shove, I was going to make a bad decision.
Yeah, that was. But you would still be a good person in my book.
Yeah, and I honestly think that doing a good thing is not always the easy choice.
Yeah.
And doing a good thing does not always follow the letter of the law. I mean, because you are about to break a law, you weren't necessarily about to be a bad person or do something bad. You get what I'm saying? You get the distinction. I mean, I'm not telling people to
don't go steal.
Right. Let's make that clear. I am not.
Because if you steal, you will go to jail.
I'm not a proponent of stealing from anyone.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, like, we kind of get those we interchange, like, oh, you're breaking the law, so you're doing something bad,
right?
And that doesn't necessarily always mean the same thing.
Now, if you like me, you just driving 100 miles per hour.
That's just reckless. That's reckless.
Right.
Just especially when you have so many other options. Like, I could have asked for help. Right. I have a lot of people that I could have asked for help. But, it was... I mean, and I do it a lot, but I feel like, what I have going on isn't other people's responsibility. Everybody else has their own issues, their own lives, and everything going on. And if I'm picking from your pocket every time I get, that's not fair. That's not fair to you. That's not fair to our friendship. That's not fair to our whatever relationship that is. So I try to handle, pretty much everything on my own if I can.
Well, what determines a good person? What does that mean? How do we determine someone is good?
I feel like that's a relative question because it's hard.
But yes, I do agree. But it's still based off of what someone is doing towards someone else or toward people. It's not necessarily. I don't base my goodness off of, oh, I woke up this morning and I took a shower and I fed myself. That doesn't equal being a good person. Society wise, being a good person is, oh, I lended a helping hand. So if Auri would have called me and told me that, she was having some issues and I helped her out, oh, that makes me a good person.
Yeah, but that can get kind of tricky because I do think it's a good person if they help. But then if they take that, be like, yeah, I went and brought Auri some milk the other day, that kind of takes away from it.
And so what you call it, backhanded?
Yeah. Like, you ain't telling my
what's your motives?
Yeah, you making it's like they were making themselves look good by putting other people down, like she needed me or something like that.
And good being a good person is all about who determine, like the person that's determining that. Because some people may see the drug dealer as a good person, and in my eyes.
So the dope fiend, he is a good person.
Right. He's a great person.
He's a great person.
Not even to the dope fiend, to his family.
Right.
To the people that he's providing for.
That's providing for. And to the rest of us, that's not a good person to me.
But and then I don't think drug dealers are bad people. I mean, that's their job.
I feel like sometimes
That's their occupation.
And I also feel like some of them, that's the only thing they knew.
Right.
Like I'm reading this book right now, and he talks
You
about
reading
that.
it?
Listening to.
Don't be telling our business.
Okay. And he was just saying, like, his mama was a dope fiend. At 14, he had to figure out how to eat on his own. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, I lived in the hood. Selling drugs was the only thing I knew how to do. So the man on the block set me up. I had to go to him and ask him. He was like, since 14, I've been selling drugs. That's all I know. And, now he got kids and stuff. And he had told his girlfriend he was going to try to go legit. She was like, what you going to do? Go work at the corner store?
Right.
And, they not used to that. Last, like, they go to Aspen every year.
Oh, wow.
You can't go to Aspen working at no corner store.
No, by no place.
Not bagging no groceries.
You can go back home.
Unless you opening up that, unless you the owner of that corner store.
Not even the owner. I think you can name your store Aspen.
Right.
Might need a chain. But yeah, I mean, what does or who does determine who is good and who is bad, and how have we developed that sense of who's good and who's bad? I mean, I know for me, I am a Christian. I do believe in Jesus. He is thebomb.com. All of the things, all of the reactions, and so a lot of how it is that I base it is based off of my faith, but some of it is societal. Like we look out into the world, and that is what shapes our belief system, and how we determine someone as good or bad. But yeah,
can I say something that Ariel was saying about what the quote was? I remember watching Oprah one day, and this guy, he was on death row. And they were talking about how, he's doing so much good in prison. He did good, when he was out of prison too. But she says that one act that he did to get him in prison that's not his whole life.
Right.
You make a bad decision, and yes, it can ruin your life, but that's not you.
Right.
So
doing a bad thing doesn't make you a bad person.
Right. But he did a really bad thing. I mean, he murdered someone, but does that make him forever a murderer?
That just
I mean, he's a murderer, yes.
I'm saying, will that mean he'll do it again because he did it that one time?
But you can't. My thing is, you can't judge that one person because he may not, but the next man may. Because it's like, if you don't lock up a serial killer just because you did it at one time, I'm supposed to be like, oh yeah, you good to go on home. And on your way home, you kill somebody else. And then the next time, I'm supposed to say, okay, yeah, he probably ain't going to do it no more. I mean, I get what you're saying, but then it has to be like checks and balances somewhere. There has to be a line somewhere. Now, granted, sometimes I don't feel like everything that those men that be on death row deserve death row for.
Right.
That just has to go with the justice system.
That's a whole nother
conversation. Okay. But yeah, that's a hard one.
Well, I was watching another show. This one is Hawthorne. And there was this patient who came in from the prison, right? And he murdered the pastor and stabbed up the daughter. And he needed some kind of transplant. I can't remember what it was that he actually needed. But when they found out who he was, none of the doctors, none of the nurses, nobody wanted to work on him because he murdered the pastor and stabbed up the daughter. This was a long time ago. Like, he was in teenage years when he did this. And he wanted the tithe money. And so Christina went in there. I think this was Hawthorne, y'all. I can't remember. But anyway, the doctor lady.
This was Grey's Anatomy.
If you said Christina.
No, Christina is on Hawthorne.
Watch that.
That's Jada Pinkett.
So you hush.
Right. That's Jada Pinkett name on Hawthorne. But she went in there, and once she found out what happened, she was like, okay, now I understand why people don't want to work with you. But there was this one guy, or a couple of guys. He was a very good musician. He played the horn, some kind of horn or something like that. And the guy was like, this dude changed my life. So he was out there protecting the dude while everybody else was out there against the dude, because now for the people who were mad, they, he murdered somebody. But for the other guy, while he was in jail, he learned how to do all this different kind of stuff, and he shaped and changed these boys' lives. So to one set of people, he's a horrible person. Oh my gosh, he's a murderer. And the other people are like, well, he helped me get off the street, and he got me a full ride to Juilliard. Like, he did all of this stuff. So they're like going back and forth until it gets into this big fight about whether the man is a good person or a bad person. Like, how would...
But good person or bad, he still deserve to get the help he needs.
Right.
That's really hard right there.
They ended up taking him to another hospital because nobody wanted to help the poor fella.
Yeah,
but not the poor fella.
They little oaths.
Yeah, and
it is. And
that was I thought you were talking about that episode on Grey's Anatomy. It's crazy because all these little doctor shows be doing similar things. But I don't know if y'all remember, but Derek, and this was when Derek was still on the show. Not the recent ones because I have not watched those, but I'm saying when Derek was for real on the show.
For real? Oh.
Okay. Well, we could go past that. And if y'all remember, his father was murdered. And he had to end up treating. I think he might have been a serial killer. And I think it was women that he was killing. I think he was raping and killing them. But he came in and he had a brain tumor. And he got up on the Meredith's skin because, well, not got up on her skin is in a bad way, but got to her because there was a boy that was about to die and needed organs and matched the same blood type as this guy, the serial killer. And he was like, I want to do one more good thing, or one good thing before I leave this earth. And she was like, okay, well, I'm about to walk out and you can do whatever it is you're going to do. And he, started banging his head up against the thing, trying to kill himself. And then when Derek figured out what was going on, he came rushing in there to save his life. And what the girl name? Meredith kept saying, he wants to die. And Derek asked him, and he was like, save me. So, he was telling her one thing and telling, them something else. And he ended up telling Meredith later, he was like, I was just scared. Like, I wanted to do the right thing, but I just was scared. I didn't know what to do. And Derek's mom ended up telling him that you need Meredith in your life because you see things so black and white. You don't see the gray. And oftentimes, even when a person is good, bad, or in between, there is some gray. Like, it's not as clear cut as you are this or you are that. There's something in there that causes whatever that good or bad thing is. So I thought that was an interesting take on it too. But a question that I had, because we're talking about very extreme cases, when we're saying murder and all that kind of stuff. But what about witnessing something bad? So we're good people. And we walking down the street, minding our business, doing what it is that we do. And we are witnessing something bad happening to someone else.
It depends. It really does depend because
I need to figure out what's going on.
Like if I see somebody
figure out what's going on as in.
Yeah, because if it's when you say something bad happen, like if somebody getting attacked, we gonna have to go figure this out, and I probably shouldn't do that. I'll be the one in the movie that be like, "Why are you going out the door?" And that be me. But
like you gonna go over there and figure it out, as
because if
questions?
it's like okay, so say if I'm walking down the park and I'm walking my little dog. And
you walking your little dog.
Wow. And
you don't have no dog.
Well, I'm getting twin dogs, so I'm walking my twin dog.
Okay.
And
yeah, I'm about to say the guinea pig.
But my thing is, aren't all dogs twin? I mean, not all
I'm getting
of them,
two of them at the both of them. Okay. So
Lord.
And I see a lady getting attacked by a man or something.
Right.
And he's attacking her for real. I'm gonna go help her because if it was me being attacked, somebody better come help me because I can't fight. So somebody better come help me.
I think I'll soft snitch. And that means like I'll call somebody.
How is that softly snitching?
A snitch is a snitch.
That's the hardest.
You can't make that soft.
Because okay, so if I went over there and then called, see they'll know it's me.
Oh, so you gonna anonymously snitch?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're anonymous. You're gonna be anonymous.
Because
so you
I
sneaky.
In that case, like what Aria was saying,
I mean,
I probably
get involved.
So y'all walk past a lady getting attacked.
I want
that.
to believe. I truly and honestly want to believe that I would be the one to stop and intervene. But y'all, whenever I was teaching, because I won't forever be a teacher, whenever I was teaching, and these is children that I know and grew to love very much. But I told them at the very beginning of the school year, if y'all get in here and get to fighting, I'm not breaking that up.
And we are sisters because I go down the hall and be like, fight.
not go down. We'll have going down.
I mean, and even situations because, you know, in the profession, in that profession, you know, they tell you if, you know, the sharpshooting and all this kind of stuff, you got all this training. And I've told my kids, I was like, if I leave out this window, you better come on. I'm not going to be looking behind me counting to make sure all of y'all with me.
I'm not the hero teacher that saves the day.
No, I'm not.
That probably ain't no teacher.
I'm not that person. Now I did teach high school. Let's put it out there. I wasn't teaching kindergarten
and left my child behind.
Here go our friend.
The friend to train.
Our friend to train.
But yes, I was teaching high school, so they were old enough to be able to, you know, follow. Yeah, come on,
hit the dirt. Come on.
But yeah, I want to think I would.
I just don't know because I've seen situations, you know,
and it could get real out of hand.
Yeah,
and I'll still be right there. Honey,
I've seen situations
I got you.
where, you know, a person has gone to help them out and end up getting their tail whooped too.
By both of them.
And I'm excuse my language, but I'll be damned. Because then I'm have to, when I get better, I'm finna whoop you because you ain't had no business.
Yeah,
I just don't know, y'all.
I want to believe that.
You better go. If I was a man, I think I would go.
I ain't got to be. It ain't got nothing to do with being a man.
I think I would.
Though. Your life in danger no matter what.
Regardless.
Yeah, because what you a man? What you gonna do against a bullet? I'm a man.
They got y'all ain't saying about no weapons.
How you know
we
they
don't know
got
if they
it
got
until
it or
you got
not
up
till you get there.
He whipping his girlfriend's tail because you don't know what's going on in that household. She might like getting whooped upside her head.
Well, she need to get whooped upside her head
at home. That might be what they do for foreplay. You know what I'm saying? And here you gonna get a meaning with their foreplay.
I'm in a meeting. Well, put me in the mix, honey, because we got to figure out what's going on. Don't be up here whooping up this woman out here in this park.
Now, I do think at the very least, Linda call it soft snitching, but I would call for help, and I wouldn't leave. Like I would stay
across the street
because she gonna be calling us, telling us across the street.
Be like, y'all don't believe what's going on.
But no, I'm calling 911. I'm not calling my friends saying y'all wouldn't believe what's going on.
I call the police.
You know what? But because I would
be me to be like, Linda, where you at? I'm coming.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, I would call 911 and I would stay on the phone and
I'm following them.
Right, and reporting everything it is happening. But intervening,
girl, y'all.
Because somebody got to live to be able to tell somebody.
But listen,
so most of us are dead.
Y'all walking down the street and y'all see somebody breaking into somebody's car.
That's
y'all helping, y'all telling.
I helping break in the car.
I mean, not helping, but are y'all?
Oh, you talking about we gonna run up and tackle?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all
Sauce
nice.
snitch. Sauce snitch.
I'll call 911 for that.
That instance, I'm just calling 911.
First off, because I wouldn't be mad if somebody did that same thing. Like, you don't. If somebody sees somebody breaking in my car, you don't have to tackle them for me. I promise.
Okay, don't.
You can call 911.
No, I want you to run and tackle them.
Dee Dee said.
I got a question for Auri. So you said you would go in and help them.
All right, let me rephrase.
Wait a minute. Go ahead. Have you ever been in a fight before? Like, for real?
Okay, let me start with what I want to start with. I'll get to your question in a second.
Oh.
So after thinking this through, when we talk about bullets and knives and foreplay, I think I might, no, I'm not gonna mind my business. I'm not gonna mind my business because I'm still gonna walk up and see what's going on. I'm not gonna. I might not get in between the foreplay.
You're not gonna be allowed to go out by yourself ever again.
But I am gonna try to, assess the situation and see what we have going on here.
You're gonna get closer, not necessarily walking up on them.
Yeah, because y'all made it seem like I was gonna be in between the foreplay.
You was talking.
So let me make this clear.
This would go foreplay. Dee Dee just gave an example.
Oh well,
her going up talking about, hey, what you wait?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what you doing? Like, come
gonna
on.
say it just like that.
And then I'm gonna talk it down, and be like, you don't have to do this out here.
In between the lady head just going.
Yeah, like stop. Like, okay,
this isn't a movie, honey.
I know, but let me tell y'all about a
life.
good time since y'all just brought it so negatively. I wasn't even thinking about that. Okay, so there was this one time, right, where we went to the Hartsville water park, and there was this little boy on the float going through the wave pool, just crying. Like, when I say crying, I mean crying. The only one on his little float, just crying. And if you don't be paying attention on that wave pool, you'll get lost. So here I am trying to hold my child and walk backwards in the wave pool to try, instead of waiting on him to catch up. But anywho, to get this little baby that's crying, everybody has float past this little boy crying. So I get him, and then I done took him off his float and put him on my float with me and my other kid. And we went around the wave pool, and I'm just like, hey, anybody kid? Like, what we gonna do? We just gonna let the kid cry. So then finally, after we went around again, and nobody seemed to claim the little boy, I went to the lifeguard, and I was like, hey, this little boy lost. I done rode him around a couple of times. I don't know what to do with him, but he's still crying, saying mama. And so then after I rode around a couple of more times with my children, we getting out the wave pool, and the little boy is still over there playing by himself while his mama over here with 50,000 other children. And she just like, oh, thank you. Like, ma'am, you ain't know your son was missing for no 5 rounds around the wave pool.
Yeah, that's a slow round.
Like, I was just so, but I got fussed at. I got fussed at though by Vaughn because girl,
Vaughn wanted her to mind her business.
Right. He wanted me to mind my business.
Intervened on something like that.
Right. He wanted me to mind my business. That was my child.
I would be holding on. Who's baby? Who baby? Who baby? That's it.
That's a different ball.
Yeah, that's a child.
I think that should just be it should be a human instinct.
Yeah, like
children and old people, and I'm gonna do something, but them people in between,
they can handle themselves.
It's a human instinct to help the people in between.
Yeah,
the world,
everybody,
or society has taught us or has shown us that that's not always the best route to take. So even though that's the instinct, I'm like, wait. That might not be the thing. You can't always follow your first instinct.
I go in my car, crank up my car, roll down the window, and say, "Hey, y'all better stop with that fighting over there."
Y'all would have been aware, especially like what if somebody got shot and they on the ground, and I would have been the one running over there to put my hand over the thing because I'm a doctor, so I would have went over there to put my
all the seasons.
Listen,
and I would be the one
hold
picking
the pressure,
and I'll be the one picking my cousin up, take her to the car, like let's go.
Girl, we got to save these people's life.
Yeah, I think
good people. I think everybody's a good person. It just depends on the situation.
Everybody ain't no good person though.
So what's a bad person?
What is a bad person? Like what's just
they make bad decisions all the time.
Yeah, everybody has good and bad.
And there's levels to it. I think there's some people that have a little bit more good than bad, and there's some people that have a little bit more bad than good.
So does mean make you bad?
Mean?
No, I don't think mean makes you bad.
I'm mean. So
and what is
I'm a terrible
I think
person.
mean is relative, one of those relative things,
Right.
because you might consider it mean, but somebody else might just be like, oh, that's not mean.
Regular.
Right.
Regular to them.
Yeah. I mean, and
Because people consider us mean. And I'm not mean.
Not me.
Girl.
Quan, you not mean?
Quan.
I don't think I'm mean either.
Girl.
First of all,
Let's ask that question again. You mean?
No. A lot happening around this table.
So y'all really think, like, honestly speaking,
People
y'all
think I'm mean.
I mean,
I don't think you
There's
mean,
different
but I
levels
can
of
see
mean.
how people can think you're mean.
it's your mouth. For me, it's the mouth for me.
but you can be mean to us. Like it's not. That doesn't make you any less of a great person.
No, I'm just saying mean though. What I be doing?
Dee Dee.
Do we have to go down?
Dee Dee.
Orlando, what are you thinking?
That's why I say it's the mouth. It's just how you respond and react.
Yeah.
That pause that you said y'all take before y'all go into something, you don't take that with your mouth. Like you just spit it out right there.
Yeah, I mean,
You don't go through the thought process.
and you can be moody.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah,
depending
nah,
on
I am moody.
depending on what kind of mood you're in, that's
My
gonna kind
moon
of
sign is
dictate.
Gemini.
I don't pay that no attention. Y'all pay that mood. I don't pay that mood no attention.
Well, I mean, but she reacts to you differently. Also,
She
than
don't.
does
She don't talk
everybody
to
else.
you
So,
like she talk to us.
so that's
I thought,
Me.
but to see the thing
I don't
is,
pay
me and
Dee Dee.
Ariel
pay
have
Dee
been, we've been since Jits. So if I answer the phone
Since
with our
whose?
Jits, kids.
Oh.
child. My goddaughter said that the other day. And
Oh, I
I was
don't say a
So you
jit.
about
What
to
you
say
calling me?
We've been,
Calling me out of my name.
that's my
Right.
first cousin. So we've kind of learned each other. I can call Ariel and Ariel can have an attitude. I'm gonna call her back. So she doesn't have a chance to talk to me like she would anybody else.
Oh.
And if Ariel called me, I either not answer the phone or she'll be like, "What's wrong with you?" And I'll be like, "Nah," and she'll be like, "Okay," and she'll keep talking.
Yeah.
Or call me back. My thing is, Linda, you can know somebody has an attitude. No, they don't want to talk. They can tell you they don't want to talk, and Linda be like, "Okay, just one more thing." So whatever.
Let me get this off my chest.
Just because you have an attitude, that don't mean I don't need the information.
But sometimes it can wait. It's a lot of the times that's nitpicky stuff or stuff that don't even really matter.
I feel like we're solving some issues right here.
Oh, that's
therapy.
nice. So when she has that attitude and when you know she in that mood, just save the question for later. Write it down.
I
Text
just
it.
can't remember it.
Text it.
I
Text.
don't remember whenever we
She
talking.
over 40.
Don't
She can't
do
remember.
that.
Dee Dee, Quan did it for you this
I
time.
tried earlier, but y'all didn't hear me.
Oh
When y'all
we
said
didn't
old
hear you.
people, I said help people like Linda age, ain't that?
Oh, we missed it. Dang.
But I do remember the conversation. So okay, well,
So mean doesn't make you bad.
yeah, definitely not. No, because I think I can be mean.
You can.
But the thing is crazy though, because I think Quan's mean, my mean, and Dee Dee's mean is different types of mean. Even Ariel's mean. Even Linda's can be mean too. Now, don't get it twisted because y'all see the hee hee ha ha all the time.
I'm not
that
mean.
She can't. I said you can't be mean.
I don't
I didn't
remember.
say
Give me
that
an
you were
example.
mean.
I was mean.
Give me an example. I mean,
I ain't mean no more.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Oh,
Right, guys?
you're not mean as much.
you're not as mean as you used to be.
I don't be mean.
She don't be
My
mean.
Ain't that
mop,
right, cousin?
my mop head.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ariel don't be mean to me.
See?
I mean, I don't think Ariel is mean to me, but like you said to Dee Dee, I can see how people would think that you are mean.
I just know
I
when.
think it's my facial expressions.
Yeah, like I said, when you
Potentially.
call Ariel, and everybody knows the difference between how Ariel talking now and when Ariel have an attitude. She's very short. There ain't no, no, it ain't even that. You ain't. If Ariel's mad for real and has attitude,
it's very clipped.
It's
And
hey,
that ain't me.
hey, what you doing? Nothing.
Oh, I must say never.
And
Yeah,
sometimes
I'm
it don't
mad
be
at
an attitude. Sometimes I be deep into stuff. Like when you called me up there, I was actually really studying. So
For
I
me?
was, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's when I said what
So-
you doing in class, and I was like, oh, okay, let me call you back. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not Olanda. I'm not gonna keep saying, well, girl, what you doing? And let me ask you this one thing,
Because I don't want to know why you mad and upset. Maybe I can help you out with it.
or maybe not.
I'm just trying to be.
Why are you trying to solve the world problems?
But
won't intervene with the people that you that
Anna. Do you be trying to help Anna?
Child, Anna is a lost cause.
Oh wow!
And I'm just playing, girl.
No, you didn't say that was a little deep.
Anna ain't gonna be. Look, Anna ain't gonna talk to me.
Dog, so you done got Anna
Anna
ain't gonna talk, and her man ain't gonna talk to you.
That girl said Anna is a lost cause.
Lost cause.
That's something to unpack. But that's for another show though.
So is Anna a good person?
Anna's a very good person. She doesn't do good things all the time, but she good.
Well, from the way you talk about it, it don't sound like she never do nothing good.
Because Anna always in the sheets.
She in the sheets and in the streets.
I meant to say streets, but sheets came out. But that's right.
That about right.
Anna good
I'm
people.
so weak.
Anna good people.
Well, I mean, I think at the end of the day, though, like, you know, we have to be careful because I think our motives and what we can get out of a situation can very much so get tied into why it is that we choose to do things. And I mean, and it's not even about striving to do.
And that's
be
a part
good
of the
person, though.
word. I hate that the world is like that now. Everything is.
I mean,
What
we
can
live
I
in a
get? What can I get from it?
consumerist society. So, like, what else is there going to be?
I don't really.
I feel like
that,
society
though. Not all the time.
plays a big role in everything that we do
Right.
because of the stuff that they push out. How they change the way we think if they
if we let them.
yeah.
Yeah.
When you're talking about motives, I think I'll take it another way. Like, some people want to be perceived as good. So they do things that they think other people will think is good.
They're people pleasers.
Yeah.
What about fake good people
I think
who on social media or around other people say they do good stuff, but they really don't do nothing good?
or they do good stuff just to say they did it.
And that's the world of social media now.
And I think that has to go with integrity.
Good job.
Practice saying it first.
You did good.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I completely agree. I think there's levels to it. But I think on some level, like all of us do some of that at some point in time. Like I don't think any of us are excluded. Because I mean, I'll take as an example. Whenever I post on social media, and I don't do it that often, y'all, because I mean, I just don't. But I am the person, like when I graduated from school last year and I posted, the pictures or whatever, I'm not going to say that I wasn't excited about the fact that I got attention for the fact that I graduated from school. Is that why I graduated from school? Absolutely not, because these student loans does not equal out to being
them likes,
right? Them likes,
likes and hearts and reactions,
in those comments. But I won't say that there wasn't some sort of thrill behind knowing, oh yeah, so people are gonna like this when I post it.
But I think that's different from doing it because of. Like, how you were saying you do, like, they filming and giving the homeless man $50. Like, there's a difference than what you was doing because that was accomplishment. You should be excited for your accomplishment. You should get all the reactions for it.
Right.
But if if it was the other situation, then that to me, it takes away I think somebody said it earlier, it takes away the point of you doing it. If I got
that's in the Bible.
Yeah, like, if I got to do all of that.
Right now.
Like, why? I shouldn't have to do all of that. If I want to really give a homeless person $1, I'm going to get a homeless person $1 and go on about my business.
Right.
Not,
I don't have to really tell a soul about it.
Right. You shouldn't have to.
Yeah. So whenever you see stuff like that on social media, does it make you want to do the same? Or does it be like, man, why is they bragging?
I scroll right. I mean, like I say, it makes me feel some type of way because you don't have to do that. If you are genuinely doing it, you don't have to do all. You don't need the hype. You don't need the credit. You just do it.
Do you know who I feel bad for? The person that's receiving it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I seen that post on Facebook.
Not only really,
it was a post like that on Facebook, and it was like, how would you feel if you was homeless and somebody came up in your face and was like, hey, here's $50 and I'll take a picture for Facebook.
Yeah. Right. Like, of course you're gonna do it because you need that $50, but you're at the lowest point of your life, and somebody
not everybody else
it.
know.
Yeah.
Right.
But then some of those videos you watch and they're tearjerkers. You be watching them, and some of them. But there was one the whole time, like he was recording it, but before he recorded it, he was like, "This is a reenactment because I did it first." Came back a couple days later and asked them if I could tell the people about it.
That's different.
Yeah, that's how you should do it.
But then you got the people who, like the lady that be standing at, they ran her around with that camera, who was asking for money and driving a BMW, Bentley, something. She was driving something expensive. And what about, that type of, now that, I think it's necessary. You need to record that part because she's scamming people for money.
Right.
But she said she was living in her car though. A lot of people was posting that she was living in her car, even though she had a luxury car. That's what she was living out of.
Right.
So I guess you also never know the situation.
And I feel like if your motives were, pure, it don't have nothing to do with the other person. Like if you gave, if you see somebody on the side of the street say I'm homeless, and you gave from your heart, like okay, you believe that they homeless, but when they go home, they go to
that's on them.
A 6-story house. That they
that's a lot. Who going about
a 6-story house?
They must stay in a hotel.
They got it.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, because I think it really does depend, because I think that some of those are motivators. Like some of those are it depended on what context and how it is that it's done, it can be the thing that pushes somebody else to think about somebody other than themselves. Because when that whole, and this might still be going on, but I know it was a little bit more popular, the paying for the food of somebody behind you in the drive-thru.
Pay it forward.
And then you pay it forward. And that got traction because somebody had to have said on social media or somewhere, hey, I paid for somebody's food in drive-thru, how about you pay it forward? And that was perceived as, okay, this is a good deed, this is something I could do, this is something within my wheelhouse, because a lot of times people don't know how to give back, like, because me personally, I guess from where it is that I live, I don't come across a whole lot of homeless people. And a lot of times homeless people, unless they're like outside of a store or something, a lot of times homeless people with where we are in Florence and even in Columbia, like I said, dependent, they kind of blend in. Like it's not like, there's a group of homeless people where it is that I'm going.
We don't have like a tent city.
Right.
Atlanta,
where you just go to that part of the city and be like, oh, I know I'm going to see a group of homeless folks here. Not saying that we do not have homeless people in Florence. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying I don't come across homeless people or who I think are homeless people, because I don't know. But like
make it clear, girl. Make it clear.
You never know out here in these. I don't want to get dragged. Oh, Fraronda's so perfect. She don't never see no homeless folks. She'll never go with a homeless.
When she lived, dog, ain't no homeless people over there.
Them rose colored glasses.
Right. She don't shop with nobody with no. So it's not that.
She's saying it because she's been there before, guys. We already know what they are gonna say.
Right. Exactly. So I'm just trying to make it very clear. But I think that it does, people's motives and their intentions, that determines how it is that it's perceived.
So we all agree that you can be a good person and still do a bad thing, but that doesn't make you
a bad person.
That does not make you a bad person.
Definitely
and
agree.
every good person has a bad
little
side.
touch of bad.
And if placed in the right situation, never say never.
Never say never.
Because I think that was the ultimate feel of the quote that Ariel.
Except for certain things.
Everything.
You know what?
It's I don't know what Quan's talking about, but what his certain things are. But you about to give the people an example. Oh, okay.
We don't need those things.
But yeah, that was the general sentiment of that quote. Are people really good people, or are they only good when it's easy? If push comes to shove, what will they choose?
What will you choose?
What will you choose?
And I think, it depends.
Never say never.
Never say never.
But just know if I'm walking in the park and I see y'all, I'm going to try to help as much as I can.
Whereas me and Fraronda.
Don't let it be me walking by. But like I'm gonna hold my dogs.
I'm a soft snitch.
Look at you. Look at you.
Them Chihuahuas.
No, they're not gonna be Chihuahuas, honey. I'm having fancy dogs.
Poodles. You want a Great Dane.
Oh, I do want a Great Dane.
But you don't want
That's
we
a
Great Danes.
No, let us talk about something else. I do want a Great Dane though. I really want a Great Dane.
Horses.
Okay, that's another show.
Okay.
You have to figure out what you're gonna do with your dogs
as I save
people.
the world.
They can attack them.
That's gonna be a part of her little thing. Her pets and her save the world.
Oh, yeah, all part of your brand.
All of it.
So sweet.
Are you gonna be a vigilante?
Yep, that's me.
Vigilantes don't always get good hype though.
Oh, that's fine. I can take them anywhere it come. Good or bad.
Okay. Well.
So we've decided good people are good
Mm-hmm.
people, but they can do bad things.
Yes, they can. And
bad people
that
also have
we
a
can
good
be
side.
pushed to do bad things.
I'm sorry.
I don't even know
You
what
said, can you be? We can be who?
And we can all be pushed to do bad things. So
Oh yeah.
if the situation
Somebody
is
can
right.
push, you know.
Like Quan just had me go out my character just now.
No, that is your character.
Every time my sister's trying to talk, you like,
All right.
What do you do later?
We have had our last word from Mrs. Trunchbull next. All right. We will see y'all on the next episode.
He call you Mrs. Trenchbull.
You ain't never seen Matilda?
No, I'm 46. I ain't
Well, then
never
that should
watched
be
no
the reason why you seen Matilda.
I don't even know what that is.
You want to see
You
what
know
Miss
what
Trenchbull?
Matilda is?
Please, somebody pull up.
when we get off the show. I'll show you.
Okay.
Okay, show me.
So, guys, I think
And we've come to
we
whatever
come to the
conclusion
conclusion
that
of
we
this one.
I really feel like I'm about to get mad.
Um,
I'm about to do a bad thing.
You were pushed.
No, a
to
good
do
person
bad
about to do a
thing.
bad thing.
push you close to the edge. I'm about to lose my head.
About to snatch that 2-strand twist right out your thing.
Anyway, since we're here, we do thank you for listening to us here on the Perfect People podcast. I am today. I am Quan.
I'm Fraronda, y'all.
I thought I was supposed to go first. I'm OG.
I am Ariel, aka Auri.
And I'm Dee Dee. We got to dismiss y'all.
Okay. See y'all next time. We are out of here.
Bye.